I'm pretty sure I say this every week, but every week my mind continues to get blown by just how amazing the human mind is, how crazy emotions can be, as something that you think is very, very basic and is basic can still just make itself known the way we see here. I love gathering these data points on the psychology of traders and just looking at the human mind, like I said, and how crazy it can really be. So as always, we're going to look at some comments that I got. These actually came from Twitter, and this person posted screenshots which just totally refuted their point. But the concept here, and when I get to the concept, just know right now, I assume you know this, so I'm not trying to insult your intelligence, but this is what kind of ties back to everything. So let's first just get to this Twitter statement that was made to me. So brief context, David apparently thinks that I have some sort of shorting group, or I'm interested in shorting this. If you want more on the conspiracy theories out there, I've done videos on that. But David says, no one sold at 0.054. Good luck trying to short. And then he posts a screenshot. And if you look down there, you can see clearly 0.054. If you start at the top, you can see 0.054, 1,000. 0.054, 12,000. 0.054, 8,000. And then there's other ones that occurred at 0.054. Heck, if you look down towards the bottom, there's actually a 0.0541 a couple of times. Yet here he is saying no one sold at 0.054. Good luck trying to short, like I guess taunting me or something. He says that all I see is buying. So here we have our good friend David. And like I said, I'm not trying to insult anybody's intelligence. I'm assuming you know this, but let's just quickly run through it. So David is saying, Clay, nobody is selling at 0.054. His words, not mine. Good luck trying to go short. Everybody's buying. Well, let's just go through the dynamics, the basics of how the market works. Let's say David wants stock. What does he have to do? And let's just say that the price is actually at, well, we don't know what the price is. Who is going to determine the price? In this case, sellers are going to determine the price. So over here, we have somebody that's saying, yeah, hey, hi, David. So, hi. So they're saying hi to David. And in their hands, they have a share. And David's saying, yeah, I want to buy shares. And this person's saying, hi, David, I got shares for you. In fact, David, I'll sell those shares to you at 0.054. And you know what David's going to say? Yeah, I'll take that. So what happens? Well, David is buying, and this person is what? Well, they are selling to David. I get it. Stick with me. This is basic stuff, right? Or in other words, for every buy, there is a sell. Or the flip side, for every sell, there is a buy. If this person wanted to sell, so let's cover up David, I'd like to sell, I'd like to sell. Well, what needs to happen in order for them to be able to sell? Well, they need David that wants to buy, right? Basic stuff here, basic stuff. For every sell, there is a buy. For every buy, there is a sell. And here this person is saying, nobody is selling. Yet then they just show the screenshot of the tape showing that people were buying at 0.54. There was literally buys at 0.054, meaning what? That people were selling at 0.054. And this person, point here, such a very basic concept, yet the human mind, ignorance on this person's part, allowed them to go and publicly proclaim their ignorance of the market. Now, of course, they thought they were being sly and funny and trying to prove some sort of point, but unfortunately, the only point that they were providing is how ignorant they are of the entire market. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to speak for you, but I think it's safe for me to speak for you as a viewer. I don't want to be ignorant, let alone expose my ignorance publicly for lots and lots of people to see. I think that's kind of a safe conclusion. Yet, think about it. The human mind has allowed this to happen. And I'm not, the learning point here is, so if you understand this, you're totally safe. No, the learning point is, be aware when when you are out there doing something, believing something, are you sure it makes sense? Are you sure you have full understanding? Because there are many areas of the market where just the way the human mind works, yeah, you may think something. You may think something to the point of David where you're actually pretty cocky about it. Cocky enough to, well, maybe not cocky enough to the point to go out there and start to spew it on, social media, but you could be the point where you're really, really believing something to the point where it's not true and it's going to hurt you in your trading in some facet or another. I mean, obviously this can go many ways, but as is always the case with the ClayTrader Mel videos, I just want to illustrate from real life examples the way the human mind works and what the human mind can do to you if you allow it, because you're not always, being proactive against it. And I always, like I say, I'm speaking to myself when I say this. Trading is all mental, so we want to be as proactive as possible. Make sure that there's nothing weird going on. Make sure that the voices in our head aren't making us believe something. Make sure we're not being a David. I guess that's kind of the best way to put it, because this is really bad. And hopefully, David, in all seriousness, I hope that you kind of figure things out and realize, kind of how wrong you are about a very basic thing. So hopefully he improves. But don't be a David in your trading. Don't let these sorts of things happen, because it's very real. I mean, think about it. If this can happen with such a basic concept, imagine what can happen when you start to get into more and more advanced parts of trading. Think about that again. If this can happen to such a basic, or with such a basic concept, imagine what can really start to happen, what's possible when you get into more moderate, more advanced areas of trading. The human mind can lead you astray very quickly. That's why you always need to have a good, solid foundation, of understanding and be very aware of what's going on, from a mental perspective. So hopefully this helps you out. Hopefully this kind of keeps you on your A game and says, wow, something so basic, and I'm trying to learn about moderate to advanced stuff. I need to really be, in the game mentally. And yeah, you absolutely do. So, yeah, pretty crazy, but it is what it is. Be aware of your human mind and all the trickiness that it can have in store for you. If you are interested in trading alongside me and other traders, then I do offer a private trading community known as the Inner Circle. So the two images that you see on the screen, the one image, if you click on it, it will take you to the Inner Circle page and give you all the details about it. The other is going to be a behind the scenes tour that I personally give, so you can see exactly what you are going to get with the subscription. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then go ahead, check it out, and by all means, let me know if you have any questions.